always wanted to do another Incredibles because I had such fun doing the first film.
Superheroes are illegal.
Nearly 14 years after The Incredibles redefined big screen superheroes, the animated blockbuster's creators and cast are back with a new adventure. Movie writer Mike Scott with NOLA.com, the Times-Picayune, is here with the rundown for the weekend box office. Hi, Mike.
How you doing?
Good. This is a big weekend.
Yeah,
you got Father's Day. A lot of dads want to go to the movies.
And this one's going to make some incredible amounts of money.
Incredible
People are really
too.
excited about this movie. It's of course the sequel to, I think, the 2004 original, The Incredibles, about a family of superheroes. This time the twist is Mr. Incredible, the paterfamilias, is sort of getting used to his new role as stay-at-home mom. That's the, or stay-at-home dad. That's the launching point for this one. And I haven't seen it yet, but the critical consensus is clear. This one does the job. It's got heart, it's got action, it's got humor. So whether you're looking for a nice, wholesome family movie to see with Dad this weekend, or if you're just a fan of animation in general and Pixar in particular, this one looks like it ticks all the boxes.
Awesome. I'm sure they're going to amass a lot of money this weekend.
Big time.
All right, the next one, the remake of Superfly.
Right, yeah, we're going to the other end of the spectrum here. This is a remake of the so-called blaxploitation classic Superfly from 1972. And I'll tell you what, this one, the problem with this movie, it's got a lot of, it's got some surface pleasures. It's got high polish, it's got good music, it's got a really good supporting performance from New Orleans' own Jason Mitchell in it. But beneath that, there's nobody home. This is an ethically challenged and narratively bankrupt movie, and the problem is it doubles down on the sins of the original, which was criticized for glorifying the drug lifestyle, glorifying violence. And this one, rather than fixing that, just ramps it up and ramps it up to 10. So yeah, by the end of this one, I didn't have much use for it. I think this is kind of a hard pass.
All right, the next movie we're going to talk about, Tag, and you said this is probably a good one for Dad.
This is the dad's movie. Yeah, it's a big stupid comedy. Everybody's dad loves big stupid comedies.
And based on a true story.
Based on a true story about a group of friends who, as adults, maintained and still actually maintain a real life game of tag, even though they're living, in different cities and different states. And so what they do is they pull together a great ensemble cast: John Hamm, Hannibal Buress, Ed Helms, Jeremy Renner, the list goes on. And they just sort of ramp up the absurdity on it. And so what you get is this silly slapstick, I kept thinking of the Three Stooges as I'm watching it, this kind of comedy. Now, so it's not going to change your life, but there's just enough heart in there to make it all work. And so it's not going to be a comedy classic, but it's one of those movies that you will enjoy while you're watching it.
All right, so it might be worth taking your dad to go check that out. All right, lastly, we want to talk about this indie film, First Reformed.
Right, yeah, and this is a little indie movie, the indie movie of the week, and it's, boy, I wanted to talk about it because it's getting such great reviews from critics everywhere. Except your movie critic here in New Orleans, right? Yeah, I'm in the definite minority here. It's a heavy drama. It stars Ethan Hawke, who does a fine performance. He really does a good job. He plays a Protestant pastor who also is a grieving father who is going through an existential crisis. And it's written and directed by Paul Schrader, who also directed 1984's Cat People, which was shot and set here in New Orleans. And he's got a lot of really big, heavy ideas to ponder, but the problem is they never really meshed together, or they didn't for me anyway. They just sort of banged around off of each other and sort of dissolved into a fever dream that left me wondering. The headline on my review on NOLA.com, I think, says it all. It was, what the heck did I just see? So if you're in the mood for a movie that'll leave you scratching your head when you're done, or if you just want to see what all the fuss is about, this one's, I think it's only playing at the Broad in the Elmwood.
So it sounds like your best bet this weekend, Tag or Incredibles 2?
Incredibles 2, I think, is the
All right. Mike Scott, thanks so much.
You bet.